I think so.
Hey, I think we are on. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Enrique Reyes. I'm from I'm from Santa Barbara, California, but if you might know me from my other videos, I started a Facebook group called A Narcissist and Neuropsychologist Walk in a bar. And what I did, I wanted to have a place where I talk openly about my life and then how I'm working to help alleviate a lot of traits from ADD, ADHD, OCD, depression, narcissistic personality disorder. And my whole life is on there, and it's an open book on there. And I just thought that now is a good time to do a Zoom meeting. And I've been telling everyone I wanted to do more of these, and now we're actually doing it. Let me introduce to you Alicia King.
Hi.
She's one of my good friends. I've met her through Facebook too, answering a question about narcissism. Whenever I see that, whenever I see bad information being distributed, whenever I see people attacking narcissists, whenever I see people having questions about narcissistic rage or like anything to deal with that, I just seem to encapsulate that in my mind and I try to help people. And I jumped in one time and she had a lot of questions that I answered because if you guys knew, I was in a relationship and I got shocked out of narcissism. And from there, I began my theory on how to cure narcissism. And from there, I figured out how to put it on an app and how to figure out the top 10 things or top 20 things that you can do to help with narcissism, either on the post end or someone who is suffering from narcissistic rage, which is your partner, get better. But she's awesome. We got the same brain. We do cross-country yoga together. She puts it on her TV. I put it on my TV. With the iPhone open, we talk about everything. We're actually just started online school, which is awesome. She's awesome supporting me to actually get my self-image up to do it. So we're gonna parallel taking fundamentals of neuroscience through Harvard, EDX online, and then I'm gonna pay for it and get graded. So we're gonna do a couple of those, and I'm gonna get a couple of certificates online, which I wanted to do, but I love her, she's awesome. But we just are just gonna do open forum. We might do long videos, short videos. This one will be kind of brief. We're just kind of getting new to the whole system, and you see my house and her house and everything. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you want to talk about first? Do you have we might do a quick Q&A because I know things that she doesn't know, and I don't know things that she knows about her background. I'm sorry, did we go through your background?
What are you talking about? I know everything.
I'm sorry. So what is your background and why? Okay.
Okay, my primary background is in midwifery. I've always been fascinated with the emotional and mental implications of life-altering events, which we can agree birth is, or I think we can agree on that, as is trauma, yes. Which is how you and I relate. That's how we met, through our strong devotion to healing ourselves from the narcissistic, your end of healing your narcissism, my end of healing my codependency, and how that relates to our life, what's brought us to who we are.
Yeah, it's all intertwined. And Alicia has a lot of information, a lot of personal information too on the codependent side. I like to say that we're two halves. You have someone who was doing the damage and the one accepting the damage. It takes two people to make a narcissist, and it's nice to see different views. A lot of times I talk about this and I get attacked online. It's crazy. Like, people don't want to get better. People don't believe me. People think that you can't get helped or cured. I'm very careful when I use that word. I like to use the word get better. It's very neutral. Whatever happened to me and how I got better is a lot different than what a practical plan to get better. And we just share that duality, but on opposite ends of the dynamics.
Yeah, it takes two people to make a codependent too.
Yeah, and it's all the same brain too. It's the same parallelism in the brain. How the mechanism works. It's really interesting. It's all tied in together. Everything's tied in together, which is great because when you get better, it all unravels together. That's my main focus: is how to make a practical plan for people that is cheap, free, It is free. And things just like going outside and exercise and nutrition, how to put that to the highest level and how to do that naturally. And
Right.
that has been my love for the last 2.5 years. So cool. So I think we're going to just wing it. And did you have anything like a question to start with, or we could kind of do like Q&A thing, you know?
Yeah, we're already right about 5 minutes, but if you want to cover real quick the pandemic, some thoughts on, what what the world is going through right now.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I wanted to do this, because I like to give real life, up-to-date, practical information on how to help with that. As soon as I start doing my, the first thing I did when I was actually in the relationship and still undiagnosed, I was working on ADD and how to cure ADD, and I actually did that. So what I did was I keep the negative aspects of ADD, throw them away, not keep the positive. And then I moved on to narcissism. And when that was done, which is my theory, I'm now moving on to depression. So I'm getting as much information as I can now on the biology and the neuron level, and figure out simple ways on how to heal the brain on depression. Fatigue depression is what I suffer from, and all types of depression. But the same circuits in the brain are the same thing. What's going on with the pandemic? Oh, it's crazy. Well, right off the bat, I like to have faith in human nature. That's always what my thought was. I didn't think things could get better. I didn't think like the human brain could get better, but I believe in all things can get better. Unless you have a genetic disorder, unless you get hit in the head, you're missing part of the brain, there's something seriously wrong. That's the neuroplasticities. The brain will heal itself. New neurons and surface will fire, and you can fix your brain.
Right.
My first take is when I saw photos and videos of people getting hurt and in fights and grabbing toilet paper, grabbing supplies, people at Costco with like 4 or 5
irrational fear.
And that's one person. You have families giving 5 or 6 carts full of stuff. They're panicking. They panicked.
Right.
It was selfish wants and needs, but they weren't thinking about anyone else. Like the supply is never going to run out, and they hoarded everything. And their first instinct, if something was wrong in the lockdown, is literally out of a movie. Like Escape from New York, H.G. Wells, Time Machine, like just crazy sci-fi, and it's reality. And I like to say a lot of things came out in the true human nature. Not everyone, but it showed it on TV. And around me, I can't even find a packet of yeast. I couldn't find toilet paper forever. And I was wondering, I was there at
I remember that, yeah.
dollar store. I'm there at 8 in the morning, in line, nothing. The pallet's gone for a month, 2 months. I'm like, who's taking all this toilet paper? I thought it was the workers. I thought it was, did you limit it? And yeah, we did limit it. There's no supply. It's crazy. It's just like, I was so blown away by it. But then sitting back after a couple weeks now, and now actually a month or 2 months, I'm looking at the core of human nature, and it just didn't look good. It doesn't look good right now, and it wasn't a shocker, and that was my initial thought. Right about now it's kind of calmed down, but we have another phase now, and you have the reality of bills and payment and how far everyone is away, like I guess 95% of the country, from being on the streets. Because when you can't pay your cable bill, you can't pay your gas bill, you can't pay whatnot. Like Geico, everyone, a lot of these companies are nice. They're diverting the payment, but that doesn't mean that they're forgiving the payment. It's, I have a huge bill if I can't pay it. If I can't pay it now, how am I going to pay it in 6 months and six years if I'm living paycheck to paycheck? So there's added stress, there's anxiety. I can't go outside in the beginning. You're only allowed to do certain things. Social isolation. Those are things that don't add to depression. They actually do the worst. You need exercise, nutrition. You need hugging, contact, laugh, cry. And if you're a family, and that's great, you can share that with your family. Maybe you haven't done that before because parents both work 40 hours a week. Kids in day school till after school till like 4. You only see your kids a few hours before they go to bed. Then the cycle starts for 20 years. It's actually sad to see. And then the people who are, I would say, single by themselves, they can't be with your boyfriend or loved ones. That's when I'm looking at where the issues arrive, because there was a huge there was a huge increase in domestic abuse, huge increase in violence. I haven't looked at the numbers currently for suicide or cutting, or those numbers won't come out for a long time about how this is going to affect everyone in the mental health aspect of it. But one of the first things I did was, I think a couple weeks ago, was put a video out on the Facebook group on like top 5 things you can do for depression. And it's currently one of the books that I'm looking at right now. I found a wonderful book, The Upward Spiral, and I'm putting that into my the information into my.
Wait, who found that book?
I think you.
Yeah.
Really, really good book. And
thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. So, it's just crazy. My thoughts are just like, it doesn't change the fact that we might not be the most healthy human nature species out there. And I'll put that extremely vague. I might be a little sarcastic, but it's hard to, when you look at the beginning history of time into now, it's all we've done is acquire, grab, steal, pillage, and that was man's human nature. And now the human nature, now we don't have to do those things, And I think it all comes down to everything that I'm working on is to help solve that. Basically, I'm glad I got a 2-year jump in all this, for me mentally. But I'm hopefully what I do in the Facebook group, what you confirm with you, what you're doing, what I'm doing, and maybe I'll write a book later. But right now, on my second revision, my hypothesis, it's all about these things. So if you want to get better, if you want simple ways, practical application things to do now, you look forward to my second revision on my theory, my hypothesis.
Yeah.
It's a hypothesis, and my life is proving that theory, that it's working, and it has worked well, very well, for my brain on how to solve issues. But no matter what happens right now with the pandemic, I'm going to put the information out there, and I believe in the human spirit, because they say if you help 1 or 2 people, I'm happy. Like I said, I'd like to help people out across the world, and then open their eyes to what narcissism is, what happens on the post end, because there aren't a lot of me out there who are functioning narcissists out there with, I guess, the intelligence to go forward and fix themselves. Again, I do the high level. I'm a whole food plant-based vegan with the high end, no bread or oils on nutrition. My fitness that I do is martial arts, Tai Chi, weapons, yoga, hot yoga. It's high end Tabata, which is probably the hardest training you can do. Human movement, animal movement, and that's just on this week alone. So I try to push it to the level. My studies are going to get into more in depth with Elisa, like I said before, about the neuroscience courses from Harvard, and then changing. I change all the time. There's whenever you have and we go back and forth. This is why I love her so much. Is that she'll go, "Why are you an asshole today?" I don't know. When's the last time you hugged someone? I have a great friend here, Natasha. What happens when you hug her? You push away. Do you want her to stay? Can you? All that is deduction work on who I was before. Are you being mean to someone? Are you being verbally mean? Are you high in the totem pole? All these things correlate to getting better. And whenever there's a pushback, I don't call her something. It's me, and it's working on the ego, thinking I should know everything. I don't know everything. I'm an idiot. And
you don't what?
I don't know everything.
Oh, right. No, that would be me.
Yeah, no, I say I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, but I don't mean it, because I always learn to say I don't know, because I don't know. There's so much I need to know.
Right. There's a lot we don't know.
When you come in, it's like crazy, and it's just it's been a fun ride,
Yeah, we call each other out.
Yeah. So you need people to counteract with. You need people to push you, and positive affirmation, lifting her up. When we text, I do that today. She lifts me up. We're gonna probably do yoga tomorrow morning, cross country yoga, through the video feed. And then I have other friends here, and I got friends like on Alex that I can call and talk to at any time. He knows I'm there. I love him to death, like a brother. He's awesome. He's been there since day one. So it's you
He's a
really got
sweetheart.
to find people that support you and believe in you. When I first started, no one believed me. If a narcissist got better, I got death threats. I told people were gonna call the police on me, giving out false information. A liar that I wanted just to say this to get to attract women, to get in girls' pants and set them. Anything anyone wanted to say about me lying because I was a narcissist, I weathered the storm. It's completely false. I'm better now than I've ever been before, and I proved it with my actions. That I don't lie. Alicia knows my story. Alex knows the story. All these people know my story, and it's as true to as nature as possible. Plus, I have a little 10-year-old girl. That's a big push too. I have to look at her in the face, say what happened to my relationship, how I was responsible, and what I didn't post to fix that. And one thing I always said was like, you got better how? You got better how? Why? Because you got a nice family. No. The best apology is change action.
Right.
That's it. I can look at anyone in the eye and tell them exactly what I've done and the process of why I didn't, and the process exactly. And that's maybe me, you, and maybe meet Alex and everyone, and just have a fun life now. Because I took the hard work to change. And anyone can do that out there. Anyone can do that out there. And if you need help, guess what? I have like 9 social media outlets on my business, on my fitness business, mental health, and on my alcohol making business, right? A Healthy Pour, my main one. You can call me. You can text me. You can message me. You can message me on Facebook. You can message me on any of those outlets. I'm always available. If you need a call any time of the day, wake me up, plan on messaging. If you're local, let's meet. Get a big hug.
Same here.
Go for fitness.
You want a female.
Yeah.
If we need a female.
Yeah. Whew. So first Zoom meeting. So
yay.
First thing, I don't know what I'm doing. I see the light bar switch back and forth.
So I know. I don't know what that is.
Like, I'm looking like this.
Me too.
The ADD, I'm like, hey, I like this. I'm going to shut up, let you speak, and I see the light go back and forth. And so I think we're going to do this, try to do once a week, because it's going to get easier. And if you guys have any comments, you can comment down below. I'm going to put this on the message board. And if you have a topic like, what's the core of narcissism? How did you get better? What are you doing now? What are the top 10 things to do to help with NPD and the post-in when you climb down the scale? So make sure you edit your information in your comments down below. And I guess we're going to sign out. Alicia, do you have anything to say?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
This has been fun.
Yeah. And I'm going to click out now, and I will see you guys on the message board.
Bye.